Welcome to our channel. Here, you'll find a wealth of knowledge packed into the most valuable and interesting books, all available to you for free. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on an opportunity. Let's start with a crucial question. Do you truly feel free? You grew up, went to kindergarten, finished school, entered college, got a job, and started earning a salary. Occasionally, you take a vacation, then retire, and now you say, "I'm free." This is the script millions live by, but only a few have the courage to break free and live life on their own terms. It's essential to understand that real freedom isn't about simply following the norms. It requires inner strength and a willingness to embrace change. These are the people who can genuinely call themselves happy and free. Have you ever wondered if the usual standards are just an illusion of freedom? What about you? Do you feel this freedom? Can you confidently say your life is full? If not, then each new birthday brings more sadness, more disappointment as you realize that nothing truly significant happened over the year. But what if you started searching for your own understanding of happiness and freedom? Your loved ones congratulate you, but inside, you feel a growing emptiness and ask yourself, what is the meaning of my life? Life is a priceless gift that offers endless possibilities. You have only one life, and you know deep down that you want to live it as fully and vibrantly as possible. If you could live the life you dream of, what would you change today? However, the habit of going with the flow, even if it's stable, is leading you nowhere. Are you sure that stability is a good thing? Maybe, but what does it really give you? A sense of security about tomorrow. No one can be 100% sure of the future. It's a misconception to think that a steady job and supposedly solid ground beneath your feet make you free and self-sufficient. Fear of change is natural, but is it worth being afraid when your true life is at stake? When you retire, there won't be much to look back on. What will you tell your grandchildren? How you went to work every day, took a yearly trip to the beach, built a summer house, and grew tomatoes? Yes, that's exactly what awaits you if you keep clinging to stability. Isn't it time to simply start living? The meaning of life is in life itself. It is perfect, and all you need to do is enjoy each day and love your life. It might seem challenging to change your mindset. Habit is a powerful force, and it's hard to break free from it. You are filled with doubts because changing the usual course of your life is scary, and no one guarantees it will be better. The unknown always scares us. It's a natural reflex meant to protect us. But change doesn't require drastic steps. All it takes is adjusting your attitude toward the world, toward people, and most importantly, toward yourself. Internal shifts often bring more than external ones. By following a few simple but important rules, you can start tasting life and getting to know it better. The main rule: don't be afraid and don't sweat the small stuff. Only then will you understand what it truly means to be free and happy. Decide what you want out of life. Be yourself and don't be afraid to dream. A person is truly happy when they don't lose interest in their life. And to keep that interest alive, you need to taste life, experience it in all its aspects. After all, appetite comes with eating, doesn't it? How do you feel about yourself? The modern world is saturated with influences that are hard to escape. Television, the internet, flashy advertisements, all these things make people lose themselves in the flood of information. The flow of information is so overwhelming that most of us no longer realize where our own opinions end and imposed ones begin. We're bombarded with opinions, forced into living by standards that don't align with who we truly are. In this chaos, it's easy to lose yourself, to forget what it means to be truly free and happy. If you want to live a full life, you need to break free from these chains, discover who you are, separate your individuality from the imposed norms, and most importantly, love and value yourself. Don't expect this to happen overnight. The journey to your true self takes time and effort. Think about it honestly. Do you love yourself? Be truthful, don't deceive yourself. Maybe you've never considered this question, but it's the one that defines the quality of your life. If your answer is no, then congratulations, you've just identified your biggest mistake. Now, it's time to fix it. Let's start with 5 simple steps that will help you understand and start respecting yourself. Remember, every step is a move towards freedom, towards the life you deserve. The first rule is to understand what you truly desire. Unfortunately, most people just drift along, finding themselves in a sea of stability and boredom. It's like living life on autopilot. We follow a pre-planned route that has led us into routine and monotony. If you want to swim in the ocean of opportunities, you need to dig deep and figure yourself out. Take time to stop and ask yourself the important questions. What do I really want? Once you realize you want something more, a life full of adventures will become available to you. Have you ever thought that your failures happen because you don't respect yourself as you should? It's crucial to recognize that self-respect begins with understanding your true needs and desires. Not everyone can say they know and respect themselves. Many people look for the causes of their failures within themselves, leading to self-criticism and even self-hatred. But how can you judge yourself if you don't even know who you are? Before you criticize yourself for mistakes, try to understand why you act the way you do. The second rule is to stop demanding the impossible from yourself. Enough with punishing yourself for mistakes. Instead, ask yourself what a particular situation has taught you. Don't expect perfection, no one can achieve it. Every person is unique, and mistakes aren't failures, they're lessons that make us wiser. Life is an adventure, and each mistake brings valuable experience that you wouldn't gain otherwise. Learn to see mistakes as opportunities for growth. Value this experience, and don't waste time on self-flagellation. The third rule is to accept your mistakes and become kinder to yourself and the world. Once you've made peace with your past and accepted your flaws, start treating yourself with kindness. Learn to take pride in your achievements, both big and small. Remember, kindness to others comes back to you many times over. Life reflects how we treat ourselves and others. The fourth rule is to be honest with yourself. Lies breed negative emotions, undermining your confidence. If you want to live freely and happily, it's essential to be sincere in your thoughts and actions. Being honest with yourself will make life easier and more fulfilling. This isn't just a rule, it's the foundation for a healthy and happy life. The fifth rule is to respect yourself. Now that you've accepted your strengths and weaknesses, learn to respect yourself for your new actions and achievements. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on new books. Remember, self-respect is the key to a fulfilling life. Now, think about this. What role does money play in your life? Let's reflect on that. What is the goal of most people's lives? Usually, it's straightforward. Get an education, get a job, earn money, start a family, buy a house, and a car. From the very beginning, we program ourselves to believe that money is the main goal. That's how our parents lived. That's how everyone lives. But does it really make us happy? If you don't own a home, society might label you a failure. We work hard, save for a rainy day, and rarely allow ourselves small pleasures because we need to buy a house. Often, it takes years, and all this time, people carry the heavy burden of existing in an unfair and cruel world. When an opportunity arises to make some extra money, we jump at it, always wanting more, and more. But ask yourself, will that extra money really make you happier? Your neighbor bought a new car, and you're still driving around in an old Ford. Isn't that a bit troubling? But the old car still gets you where you need to go, so is it worth chasing the upgrade? We push ourselves to get something better, feeling that otherwise we lack sophistication. Yet, in this chase for sophistication, we often forget that true respect can't be bought with money. The latest iPhone just came out. Time to tighten your belt and get it, because you wouldn't want to appear like a loser, right? But doesn't that purchase just add another brick to the wall, separating you from what really matters? Recently, a friend bragged about his bank account in the sauna, and you almost dropped your jaw. But was it worth feeling envious when happiness isn't measured by the number of zeros in an account? You pretended to be indifferent, but privately thought, I need to step up my game. Yet, is it worth sacrificing your sleep and health to compete with someone else's success? A friend sent her child to an elite school but forgot to ask if he might rather spend time with his dad fishing, playing board games, or riding bikes. True happiness for a child often lies in simple pleasures, not in the status symbols we try to impose. But after all, the school is elite and expensive, it's about status. Now, try telling yourself that you're a free person. Don't deceive yourself. Millions of people have turned their lives into a race for money, trapping themselves in a tiny, suffocating box with no bright sun, green grass, or fresh air. Sure, you can build a profitable business, enjoy expensive restaurants, cars, and homes, but the most important parts of life will slip right past you. You won't notice how your children grow, how your wife's hairstyle changes, or what new dish she's prepared for dinner. You might not even realize how your parents have aged. When was the last time you called them? They are not eternal. While you chase money, your daughter will perform at a school concert, and you'll miss it. Years will pass, and you'll have everything you ever wanted, but during family dinners, you'll have nothing memorable to share. Instead, You might be eating caviar from expensive plates with silver spoons. It's impossible to imagine life without money. We need it to meet our basic needs. But remember, money is just a tool, not a life's goal. Money is a means to take your child to the zoo, buy a fishing rod, give your loved one a bouquet of flowers, or buy something tasty for your parents to enjoy with tea, and spend a quiet evening chatting with them. In return, you gain far more than money can offer: satisfaction, joy, smiles, and emotions that can't be bought. These are priceless, and thus, far more important than money. Free yourself from the endless chase to fill your wallet. Rise above it. Value not the money, but life itself. All its joys are available to you for free. You have dreams. Let's start by understanding what they really are. A dream is a cherished, profound desire residing deep within your soul, hoping that one day it will come true. Often, achieving a dream is equated with attaining happiness. But a dream is more than just a goal, it's the inspiration that fuels your actions. We all dreamed as children, but as we grow older, that ability fades. The older we get, the more we treat our dreams with skepticism. We simply can't afford to waste time on fantasies. This mainly happens because we don't believe in ourselves and our desires. We get used to living by standards where there's no room for dreams. Many believe that dreams are an escape from reality. In reality, dreams are a way to approach the reality you've always wished for. It's not an imaginary world where you can easily get lost, but a chance to get even more from life. After all, desires have a way of coming true. As Leo Tolstoy said, in a dream, there is a side that is better than reality. In reality, there are aspects that surpass the very dreams we hold. True happiness is achieved when dreams and reality merge. Don't be shy about your ambitions. You can confess any desire to yourself. Some dream of a bicycle, others wish to climb a mountain peak. For some, happiness might be a photo with their favorite artist or relaxing on a spring meadow in the forest. Remember, each of us has a unique path to happiness, and that's wonderful. Often, we limit ourselves in our dreams due to fear of judgment or misunderstanding from others. Always remember that you are unique, special, and one of a kind. Embrace yourself and your dreams. Don't be afraid to share your dreams with others. Think about how your dream can come closer to you if you're embarrassed to talk about it. Every person eventually gets what they dream of. There's nothing shameful about discussing your desires with others. The more you think and talk about your dreams, the faster they will come true. Dreams do come true, that's a fact. Those who know how to dream constructively and productively don't float in the clouds. They confidently move towards realizing their desires. Keep in mind that every small action towards your dream is an important step forward. So how do you make dreams start coming true? There are several proven methods that will help you. Start taking action right now. Don't postpone your new, happy life to tomorrow or next Monday. Don't think that something will magically change after the new year and a new life will begin. Don't wait for your boss to grant you vacation. Don't delay pursuing your desires until your children finish school and go to college. Remember, time moves relentlessly forward, and your life is so precious that it deserves attention right now. Stop waiting for signs from above, because only you can create your own happiness. Break your dreams into pieces. Many people aim for something grand and often cannot clearly define what exactly they want. This is one of the biggest mistakes. If you dream of being happy and traveling the world, don't expect it to happen all at once. Set specific goals for your happiness and decide where you want to go first. The first step to realizing dreams is to clearly define what you want. Find time to answer the question, what do I truly want? Write down your dreams on paper, articulate them clearly, and if possible, draw them. Identify which dreams are most important to you right now. Prepare to achieve them not all at once, but step by step. Believe in yourself. If a dream has arisen in your mind, it means it can become a reality. They don't just appear for no reason. If your dream seems unattainable, break it into smaller steps. Determine what is needed to achieve it and set small tasks along the way. Solve them gradually. No one is demanding immediate results, just move forward, doing everything possible for your dream and yourself. Appreciate each small achievement. Love yourself and the work you do. Start each day with positive affirmations. Look in the mirror and say pleasant things. The key is to use the present tense. For example, say, I am successful, luck is always with me, I am proud of myself, and even, I am a winner. Another effective method is visualization. What is that? Every day, make it a point to visualize that your dream has already come true. See yourself walking around the city you've always wanted to visit. Imagine yourself sipping tea on the porch of your own home. If you're searching for a soulmate, visualize their appearance, voice, and character. Your visualization should be vivid and detailed so you can clearly see the results of your efforts. Don't be afraid. Your dream must come true if you continually think about it. Never think I will be, I will have, or someday I will. Think instead, I have, I am already, and each day, remind yourself, I am happy. Take action. Leave fear behind. Why do people often continue to live in their usual rut, sticking to dullness and monotony despite having opportunities to change their lives? Perhaps many don't even consider how vibrant and fulfilling life can be. The primary reason for this is fear. Many are afraid to take the first step towards change, to push beyond their comfort zones, and to see the world differently. This fear can be so overwhelming that it stifles the desire to move forward. So, where does this fear come from? There are several main sources. The first is the unknown. Most fears stem from a lack of knowledge. When someone is faced with something new or makes a significant change in their life and is unsure of the outcomes, fear is a natural response. Uncertainty always triggers anxiety, and that's an instinctive reaction. The second source is negative past experiences. If someone has faced failure, pain, or disappointment before, the fear of experiencing these again is completely understandable. Our past experiences shape our expectations and cast a shadow over the future. The third source is the fear of death. This fear holds many people back from making changes that involve new and unexplored territories. Thus, many opt for a calm, predictable life, avoiding new experiences even if they pose no real danger. This fear often hides behind a mask of comfort and safety. The fourth source is the fear of retribution. Sometimes people hesitate because they fear they might suffer morally or physically due to past actions where they may have harmed others. Such fears can prevent people from starting new relationships or ventures. In reality, these fears can keep you trapped in a cycle of self-reproach. Now, let's explore how to overcome fear and take a step toward a new, liberated life. The fear of the unknown is not so difficult to overcome. If you want to try something new but are worried about the unknown, look into the experiences of those who have already done it. Everyone has tried something for the first time, and you'll likely find people who have already accomplished what you are aiming for. Talk to those who have faced these fears and learn from their experiences. For instance, if you want to write a book, skydive, or run a marathon, connect with those who have done it before. Read about their experiences and learn from their successes and mistakes. This will help reduce your fear because you can rely on the knowledge of others. If you're worried about public speaking, plan it out in advance. Imagine different scenarios that might arise and develop plans for each situation. If things don't go as planned, use humor. It has saved many. A sense of humor can help you navigate awkward moments and make your performance more enjoyable. You can overcome the fear of negative experiences by analyzing your past mistakes. Identify the causes of your failures, learn from them, and adjust your actions. Mistakes offer valuable lessons that can help you avoid repeating the same errors in the future. If you don't analyze your actions and repeat them unchanged, don't be surprised if you encounter the same pitfalls again. Model scenarios, visualize them in detail, and this will help you achieve success. The fear of death is the most challenging to overcome, as it haunts many people. Death can come unexpectedly, and it is unpredictable. The key to overcoming this fear is realizing that it is ultimately meaningless. Accepting that we cannot control all circumstances and random events can help you free yourself from this fear. While we create our own happiness, fate also plays a role in our lives. Therefore, trust in it and strive to enjoy each day. Every day should be valuable and wonderful, no matter what it brings. Live life to the fullest and don't let fear dictate your actions. The fear of sudden death should inspire you, not paralyze you. Too often, we focus too much on what could go wrong, forgetting that life itself is an opportunity. Fear of retribution. It's crucial to understand that past mistakes don't necessarily determine your future if you learn from them and act with clear intentions. To overcome this fear, it's important to grasp a fundamental law of life, the law of cause and effect. We often underestimate the power of our decisions, not realizing that each step we take shapes our path. Everything that happens in your life has its causes and consequences. Learn to see not just the results, but the processes that lead to them. This applies to your actions as well. Life is a series of choices, each carrying its own consequences. Before you do anything, think about the possible outcomes, and you'll save yourself from future regrets. However, overthinking can sometimes rob you of the opportunity to act decisively. Another important rule: be honest with yourself and others. Honesty not only frees you from unnecessary fears, but it also gives you inner confidence in the righteousness of your path. Fear often takes root in the subconscious when we choose to deceive. So, be transparent in your intentions and actions, and your fears will begin to dissipate. Don't complicate your life with necessary worries and anxieties, just live according to your principles. Remember, tough decisions are often simple in essence if you stick to your values. Don't be afraid that you've chosen the wrong direction. Mistakes on your path are part of the journey that helps you grow and learn. Fear standing still and missing out on all the joys and opportunities life has to offer. Even the smallest steps forward are better than stagnation, which robs you of new possibilities and experiences. Just take the first step. Doubts will always be there, but only action leads to results. Otherwise, you might end up regretting not having tried. Don't let fear rob you of the experiences that could change your life. Don't fear failure, believe me, if everything worked out on the first try, life would be much less exciting. Treat every failure as a stepping stone to success, making that success even more valuable because of the challenges you overcame. Don't fear judgment. People can only judge you from their own perspective, but your happiness and success depend solely on you. Moreover, be ready to face criticism. Remember that criticism is a sign of progress. It only appears when someone is actually doing something. As you move forward, more people will be left behind, judging and criticizing you. But notice they stay behind while you keep moving forward. Your goal is to keep going, not looking back at those who choose to stand still. Do what you fear. Only then can you learn to see fear not as an obstacle, but as a challenge worth taking on. Confront your fears, and your life will instantly become richer and more interesting. Every fear you overcome makes you stronger and more confident in your abilities. If you're afraid to meet new people, just take the first step, start a conversation, and everything else will follow naturally. You'll be surprised how often our fears are exaggerated once we finally take action. Not only will you lift your own spirits, but you'll also spread positivity to others. Look for opportunities for growth and mutual enrichment in every new connection. Don't worry about not being able to control everything, just accept it. Control is an illusion that often prevents us from enjoying life. In any case, you can find positives and opportunities in every moment. Learn to see opportunities where others see only obstacles. Most importantly, remember that the cause of your failures is often the fear of making mistakes or failing. Free yourself from fear, and you'll immediately feel your life fill with new colors. Fear is just a shadow that fades when you move towards the light of your goals. Don't regret anything. The past cannot be changed, but you can change your attitude towards it and use it as a lesson. Be grateful for your mistakes and failures. They are what make us wiser and help us avoid repeating the same mistakes in the future. How many times have you wished to go back and fix something? We all sometimes think about how things might have been different, but it's pointless. Each of us has moments we might regret. These moments are part of our journey, shaping us into who we are. Maybe you hurt someone, didn't say no when you should have, missed a great opportunity, or allowed yourself to be humiliated. But all these situations are part of your experience, making you stronger and wiser. Everyone has these moments in life, and over time, we learn not to repeat those mistakes. The sooner you accept them as lessons, the faster you can move forward. But think about it, could you have learned without these mistakes? Mistakes are a natural part of learning and growth. Of course not. While it's often said that it's better to learn from others' mistakes, in reality, we only truly understand what not to do through our own experiences. Don't be afraid of your mistakes, use them as stepping stones to success. Let's explore a few effective methods to help you stop regretting the past. These methods will help you free yourself from the burden of the past and move forward with new energy. Forget striving for perfection. Perfection is unattainable, and that's okay. Each person is unique, and your strength lies in your uniqueness. Stop painting an ideal picture of life and yourself. In reality, things are different, and that's a good thing. Life isn't perfect, but that's where its charm lies. While you're chasing an imaginary perfection, you're missing out on the moments that make life truly valuable. Don't chase the unattainable, appreciate what you have now and enjoy it. It's great if you can get close to your ideal, but what if you can't? If your ideal remains out of reach, it can lead to disappointment and self-doubt. Then doubts, disappointments, and the fear of new failures arise. But remember, this is part of the process, and each step brings you closer to a better version of yourself. Why do you need this? Instead, focus on being the best version of yourself every day, without comparing yourself to someone else's ideals. Accept yourself as you are, and remember that nature made you this way for a reason. Your uniqueness is your strength, and there's no need to hide it behind someone else's standards. Don't want to make mistakes? Then stay on your couch at home for the rest of your life. Without risk, there's no progress, and without mistakes, there's no growth. Let's face it, that's not a very exciting prospect. Life is movement, and it's this movement that makes it interesting. Accept that mistakes have happened and will continue to happen and celebrate it. Every mistake is a step towards new understanding and experience. If you're not okay with that, there's always a couch waiting for you at home. But if you want to live life to the fullest, get off that couch and start taking action. Stop complaining. A positive mindset is key to success in any endeavor. Think positively. Seeing the bright side of any situation is a skill you can develop. As soon as you feel pity and bitter memories creeping in, take a pause, exhale, and try to shift your thoughts to something more pleasant and interesting. Your mindset determines your state of being, so learn to control your thoughts. It might be hard at first, but over time, you'll get used to it. Over time, this will become a part of your life, and you'll see how positive thinking changes your reality. Many people find a strange satisfaction in their suffering, drowning in it. But what's the point? There's no real value in it, right? Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Why do things keep going wrong for me? Everyone else seems to have it all together: successful careers, stable relationships, while everything in my life falls apart. My girlfriend left me, I lost my job, and it can't get worse, can it? Meanwhile, my neighbor has it all figured out. His business is thriving, and his personal life is great. So why am I such a failure? Now, think about how much time you've wasted on these complaints, and imagine how much productive work you could have done, or at least thought of during that time. It's crucial to remember that negative emotions only deepen the sense of despair, creating a vicious cycle. If you keep focusing on failures, they begin to seem bigger and more significant than they actually are. The longer you stew in your own suffering, the harder it is to break free. Instead of regretting the past, channel your energy into changing your future. Even if you don't feel like being creative, you can do 20 push-ups or go for a run. This way, you'll build some muscles, and the women will appreciate it. Be resourceful and innovative. Without these qualities, you won't overcome regrets. Learn to find positive moments in every negative event. Remember, our thoughts shape our reality. If you view the world through the lens of possibilities rather than limitations, even in the toughest situations, you can find something valuable. Failures aren't the end, they're the beginning of a new path where you can develop your skills and character. No matter what happens, there's always a good side to any event. And if there isn't one, you can always create it. Why not? For example, you missed the most important job interview of your life. If you had gotten that job, you could have saved up for a house, gone on vacation, and solved all your financial problems. But fate had other plans, freeing you from colleagues who would have undermined you at every turn, and from a strict boss who would have made you work weekends. Isn't that a plus? Be grateful for the experience. Everything happens for a reason. As cliché as it may sound, it's true. Every new failure is a constructive experience, one that you might not have gained otherwise. Overcoming challenges makes us stronger and teaches us important life lessons. For instance, you might have spent 2 years in a relationship with someone who turned out to be very different from what you had imagined. It's disappointing, even painful, but now you know exactly what kind of person you need or don't need. Additionally, before regretting any action, ask yourself if you could have acted differently in that situation. Don't waste time. The average lifespan today is around 60 to 70 years. The first 16 to 18 years aren't really conscious living. We don't have many opportunities to choose and act independently. That leaves us with an average of 45 years. Is that really so much time that you can afford to waste it on regrets, bitter reflections, and endless self-analysis? We've covered how to deal with regret, but is it possible to live in a way that leaves no room for regret? Start by always being honest with yourself and others. Deception breeds regret and leaves an unpleasant mark on your soul. Sooner or later, you'll regret having deceived someone. So just don't do it. And don't burden yourself with unnecessary baggage. Don't forget to spend time with your loved ones. Life is unpredictable, and we can't plan everything. Your loved ones aren't eternal, so don't be lazy. Call your parents, your brother, your sister, just to check in on how they're doing. It'll take just a few minutes, and if something happens, you won't regret that you weren't attentive to someone close to your heart. Have you ever heard of the fool's luck theory? No, but you've probably heard the saying, fools always get lucky. And it's true. People who don't worry about anything tend to attract luck. Strangely enough, luck also seems to favor the simple and weak. So, if you feel like the world is against you, luck clearly isn't on your side, and fate keeps throwing new challenges and problems your way. Just remember that you're a strong person. Problems are only given to those who can handle them. The universe needs to distribute the complexities of existence evenly among all the inhabitants of our beautiful planet. So if you're facing difficulties, be confident that you can overcome them. This is why it turns out that the simple and foolish are given the easy tasks in life. If life throws you a new challenge, don't rush to despair or blame your luck. Remember the concept of luck and embrace these challenges with confidence. Treat problems like intriguing puzzles that need solving. Seek unconventional solutions to overcome obstacles, and your creativity will bring you success. Learn to say yes and no at the right time. Life is impossible without interacting with others. We live in a society, and even if you strive for independence, you'll still have to engage with different people. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs because everyone has the right to personal space and time for themselves. Often, people ask us for help, conversation, or to spend time together, and we frequently seek assistance from others as well. This is normal and natural. We are not solitary beings who only care about ourselves. It's important to recognize that helping others is valuable, but it's even more crucial to establish boundaries so that you don't lose yourself in the process. Being kind and empathetic is great, but unfortunately, not everyone appreciates this. As a result, people may start to take advantage of you, making it increasingly difficult to say no. They thank you, you smile and say you're welcome, but you feel the burden growing heavier. If you don't know how to refuse, you become a victim and a slave. If you want to live a fulfilling life, learn to say no. This will help you achieve your goals and maintain inner peace. Sometimes, it's essential to ask yourself, do I really need this? Before agreeing to someone's request, don't be afraid that a refusal might ruin your relationships. If it truly impacts your relationships, consider whether you need such a person in your life. The ability to say no is the ability to prioritize, to separate the essential from the trivial. Don't think that pleasing others will improve your life. On the contrary, you might even harm yourself. Of course, there are situations in life where help is genuinely needed, and in such cases, it's worth stepping in. But often, people ask for help because they're simply too lazy to do things themselves. Refusing can be beneficial both to you and to the person asking. It might push them toward growth and self-reliance. If someone is manipulating you, don't fall for it. Refuse decisively. Saying no isn't always easy. If you're shy and overly kind, it will be challenging. Don't worry that saying no will tarnish your reputation. When people start to take advantage of you, they'll think even less of you. Refusal doesn't make you rude or selfish. You can learn to refuse tactfully and with understanding. By refusing, you'll gain more than just gratitude. You'll have more time for yourself, your joys, and your interests. You live for yourself, not for others. If you learn to say no, you'll have more time to live by your own rules. You'll be more confident and in control of your life. Every time you say no to others, you're saying yes to yourself, your interests, and your loved ones. Saying no means taking control of your life and your time. The minutes you spend on others won't be returned to you. By refusing, you gain self-respect and the respect of those around you. Learn to refuse gently and tactfully. That way, your refusals won't hurt, and your conscience will be clear. You'll start respecting yourself, and manipulators will stop taking advantage of you. You'll gain more freedom. When you stop wasting time on other people's business, you'll have more opportunities for yourself. You'll be doing what you truly enjoy. Learn to refuse beautifully and tactfully. Think about how much time you spend on other people's wishes. Count it up, and the result may surprise you. Many kind-hearted people become victims at work, at home, and among friends. You're burdened with additional responsibilities. Friends ask you to take care of their pets, and at home, you're being used. Analyze how much time goes into other people's business. This can give you the confidence to learn to say no. Perhaps a lack of your own plans is holding you back. Fill your life with what interests you, and start pursuing your goals. Pay attention to your desires. This is your life. Live your life, not someone else's. Then saying no will become easier. Learning to say no doesn't mean refusing everyone all the time. Listen to the request carefully. Consider how it aligns with your plans. If the request could be beneficial to you, why not? If the person can handle it on their own, don't waste your time. You don't need to justify why you're refusing. No is your decision, and you don't need to apologize for it. A reasonable person will take your refusal calmly. Remember that by helping, you take on responsibility. The requester gains a benefit, but do you need it? If you sense manipulation, refuse tactfully. Use phrases that encourage the person. Only you can handle this, you can definitely do it. I believe in your abilities. This won't cause harm, and the person might appreciate it. Saying no isn't difficult or frightening. When you realize that this is for your own good, making decisions becomes much easier. Remember, saying no isn't an act of selfishness. It's, above all, the art of prioritizing, respecting your own time, desires, and plans. It's about not wasting time on what doesn't matter to you or isn't necessary. With the right approach, you can significantly improve the quality of your life. Understanding your priorities helps to balance personal and external expectations. As a result, you'll have much more time for yourself and your life, which is worth living to the fullest. Initially, changing your habits to learn prioritization may be challenging. It might be tough to say no to a boss, friends, or family members at first, but once you experience the opportunities that the simple word no can open up, you'll begin to respect yourself for your strength and resilience. Respect for oneself starts with the ability to set and defend boundaries. Your ability to say no will help establish healthy boundaries in your relationships. You'll find that there are fewer meaningless requests in your life, and people will treat you with greater respect. Learning to say yes is also not so simple. If you are used to following instructions and standards set for you, it will be challenging to open up your life to new opportunities and emotions. Gradually changing your mindset will help you become more open to new experiences. Once you master the art of saying no to those who try to dictate terms to you, you'll have plenty of free time and opportunities to get the most out of life. You have all the chances to do what you want and how you want. The key is not to be afraid of it. Everything is in your hands, you just need to want it. Open yourself up to new adventures, travel, and connect with interesting people. Say yes, and life will surely respond. Bring something new and vibrant into your routine. Embracing new challenges and adventures will enrich your life. Unleash your talents and develop them. They're not given to you without reason. Every person is born with a value that is hard to acquire during a lifetime. No one can take it away. It will always be with you, as long as you learn to use it. We're talking about the concept of talent. Everyone knows about it, but not everyone utilizes their opportunities. That's why there are so many unhappy people in the world who do not find joy in their work. They need to learn to listen to themselves and their desires. They feel out of place, and escaping from these constraints becomes harder every year. Talents simply fade away. Each of us has our own talents. They might be intellectual, artistic, physical, social, or personal. You don't need to be famous for your talent. You might be a talented introvert. Understanding your unique abilities can be the foundation for personal and professional growth. Your talent might bring you money or simply pleasure, but admit it, a job that you enjoy, which helps you improve and develop your skills, is the ideal job. Talents can be obvious, like a good ear and voice or the ability to draw beautifully, but there are also hidden talents that you need to discover and develop. Discovering hidden talents might require patience and effort, but the result is worth it. So, how do you identify your abilities and what do you need to do to develop them? We suggest a few rules that will help you with this. Try it. Only then will you learn about your own capabilities. Don't claim you lack talent in music or dance if you haven't even tried. You won't know your potential in chess or basketball until you give them a shot. Openness to new experiences allows you to uncover your true passions and strengths. Try different activities, even if you don't have obvious talents, like extraordinary body flexibility. Don't be afraid to test yourself and explore your physical or intellectual inclinations. Otherwise, you'll never find out what talents and abilities you have. You surely don't want that. This may take some time, but the result will undoubtedly make you happy. To speed up the process, set yourself the goal of trying something new each week. It's not guaranteed you'll suddenly discover something extraordinary about yourself, but you're likely to find something you enjoy, and you'll want to repeat it. For example, you might become passionate about playing the piano and want to continue developing your skills, or you might find it boring, but cycling could bring you a lot of positive emotions. Why not try out cycling or extreme biking? This might just become your new passion, something you can't tear yourself away from. In fact, new hobbies can unlock unexpected opportunities and provide fresh energy. Get off your favorite couch and embrace new challenges and adventures. Don't be afraid to make mistakes and face setbacks, whether they're literal or metaphorical. If you persevere, You can turn every mistake into a valuable lesson. Head out for fishing, try rock climbing, go skiing or roller skating, explore everything that piques your interest. Prepare for the bumps along the way, but stay committed to finding what truly engages you. Remember, even small steps can lead to significant achievements. Start simple and pay attention to your habits and daily routines that come naturally. Maybe you enjoy singing in the shower, or dancing to your favorite tunes while washing dishes or brushing your teeth, or perhaps you sketch while chatting on the phone. Develop these interests, even if they seem minor. Why search far and wide for something entirely unfamiliar when the answer might be right in front of you? Often, solutions are closer than they appear. Cultivate your hobbies. Join a dance class, an art school, or take vocal lessons. Exploring new interests can make your life more vibrant and fulfilling. Recall your favorite subject in school. Perhaps it's worth revisiting that interest. It could be the start of a new and exciting journey. Don't forget to listen to those around you. They often give us useful hints that can open new horizons. People frequently offer valuable advice without even realizing it. If the stage has always attracted you but shyness has held you back, don't abandon your dream. Confront your fears and do everything to bring your vision to life. Be ready for obstacles, as it's only through overcoming challenges that we grow and develop. Written a book but fear it won't be well received. You'll never know until you try. Don't believe that Jimi Hendrix was born with a guitar in hand. He had to learn and perfect his craft. Even the most famous people started from scratch and made many mistakes on their path to success. Or consider James Earl Jones, who voiced Darth Vader and was a stutterer as a child. Now he is renowned worldwide. Draw your own conclusions and focus on your passions. If you can't help but keep up with celebrity news and your friends suggest you might need a psychological check, why not turn that fascination into a talent? Continuous self-improvement can open up new avenues for you. You could start writing news or become a critic. Or perhaps you love movies and never miss a premiere. Your talent might be hidden in this field. Remember, a passion can lay the foundation for a successful career. Acknowledge and celebrate your small victories. This doesn't necessarily mean throwing a party every time you achieve something, although that's an option too. If things don't work out, don't be disheartened. Focus on what you've accomplished, even if it's a minor achievement. And remember, every victory brings you closer to major success. Rome wasn't built in a day, and likewise, you'll learn to bake delicious cakes and perhaps open your own bakery. Talent can be developed with creativity and persistence. If you're struggling to find your talent, use additional tools. For example, take a test that helps reveal your personal traits. These tests can uncover hidden abilities you might not have noticed. The goal of such tests isn't to pinpoint your exact talent, but they can help you understand your innate strengths. This way, you can chart a course for your search. These tests are often used in job interviews to assess candidates' capabilities and potential. One of the most effective tests is the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, which classifies people into 16 types. Knowing your type can help you better understand where to focus your efforts. Another valuable test, developed by David Kiyosaki, helps identify temperaments and inclinations. These assessments can guide your efforts in the right direction and help you achieve success. If you have a loyal friend or close ones who genuinely wish for your happiness, consider yourself fortunate. Sometimes, others can see your hidden potential more clearly than you can see it in yourself. You might overlook your own abilities that others can clearly recognize. For example, your public speaking or organizational skills might be evident to your friends, even if you don't notice them yourself. This is why it's crucial to listen to feedback. Insights from those around you can unlock hidden talents you might not be aware of. When searching for your talents, remember to factor in not only your strengths but also your weaknesses, which could turn into your greatest assets. Think of it this way: successful talent discovery often hinges on overcoming obstacles. Confront and conquer your insecurities and shortcomings. If you're shy, step onto the stage. If you're shorter than average, pursue basketball if it excites you. Consider this: if Michael Jordan had given up when he was cut from the team, you might never have heard of him. Similarly, the blind guitarist Willie Johnson wouldn't have become a global icon without his perseverance. Show yourself and others what you're capable of by achieving what nobody expected from you. The journey to success starts with accepting yourself and your limitations. The most crucial and responsible phase is developing your talents. If you think the hardest part is over, you're mistaken. It's just beginning. Developing a talent requires both desire and hard work. Your talent is like a seed that needs to be nurtured. If you care for it, water it, and fertilize it properly, It will grow into a strong tree that will eventually bear fruit. Learn from others. Don't miss the opportunity to gain knowledge from those who have already achieved success in your field. Having a mentor who can guide you and help you avoid common pitfalls is invaluable. Be prepared for the fact that as you progress, your new pursuit may seem increasingly challenging. Talent is just the beginning, skills and expertise follow. The path from the first step to the last will be tough, but don't let that stop you. Embrace each new stage with curiosity and a desire to overcome the challenges. No matter how great your talents, without practice, they can fade away. Learn to enjoy life and each of its moments. Be grateful for every day you live. Extracting the most from life is simpler than it seems. The key is to start. Do it today, right now. There's no need to devise grand plans or strategies on how to transform your life. The fundamental rule is to love life. If you follow step-by-step advice from psychologists, you risk getting stuck in the process and remaining stagnant. True progress begins with accepting and adapting to current conditions. You don't want to trade one problem for another, right? So, it's easier to let go of control and invite freshness and vibrancy into your life. Stop trying to control everything. Aren't you tired of that? No one can control everything, and it's impossible to know for sure that everything will go according to plan. Be flexible, adapt to circumstances, and accept them as they are. Otherwise, you'll find yourself repeatedly disappointed and stuck in a rut. Everything happens as it should. Don't fear change. It always serves your best interest. If you've lost a job, rejoice in the opportunity to find a role that is more interesting and suited to you. It's a chance for a new beginning and new opportunities. Don't be afraid to shake up your daily routine. When your life becomes a monotonous repetition, you turn into nothing more than a functioning mechanism. Introducing variety can lead to new discoveries. Try dining at a new cafe. You might meet an interesting person or discover a new dish that becomes your favorite. Sometimes, these small changes can open up unexpected opportunities and even mark the beginning of something new. Embracing change can lead to surprising and positive outcomes. Life is inevitably filled with challenges. We all encounter difficulties, but not everyone knows how to handle them effectively. Remember that only 5% of problems require active resolution, while the remaining 95% tend to resolve themselves. Each challenge you perceive as a problem can become an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. Before you stress over a problem, check if it really exists. Avoid adding unnecessary stress to your life. If there is an issue, focus on solving it as quickly as possible so you can move on. Allow yourself to enjoy life. Give attention to rest when you need it. Don't skimp on relaxing activities, like taking a bath. Take care of your body and mind. Learn to take breaks and simply relax. Let everything else wait. Find joy in the simple things and remember the importance of being present. Don't be stingy with yourself. If you want a new handbag, go ahead and get it. Such small pleasures can significantly boost your mood. They help to strengthen your inner balance and self-confidence. Don't rush or stress. Missing a bus is not the end of the world. Another one will come. To avoid being late, try leaving the house 15 minutes earlier, so you won't have to rush. You'll have the chance to enjoy the day, listen to the birds singing, and notice your neighbor walking her dog. These moments allow you to experience life in its fullness. They help you to set a positive tone for the day. These small things are important, even if they seem trivial. Love your body. This isn't just about appearance, though that's important too. Don't forget about physical exercise, which strengthens your health and boosts your mood. A morning jog or a brief workout will energize you. An evening walk in the fresh air ensures a good night's sleep. If you find these activities boring, play your favorite music and dance. Regular attention to your health and physical condition strengthens not only your body but also your spirit. Eat healthy food. Nature has already provided everything our bodies need for good health. Why consume artificially processed products? Don't skimp on sleep. Lack of sleep leads to poor mood and fatigue. Treat your reflection in the mirror with love. If you don't like what you see, ask yourself why you feel this way about yourself. In our world, not everything is defined by appearance. What matters more is how you feel about yourself and how you perceive your life. True self-respect and happiness start with accepting yourself as you are. If someone criticizes your appearance, that's their problem. People who love themselves don't waste time regretting their imperfections. Respect yourself and don't adhere to standards set by others. Marilyn Monroe didn't fit the conventional standards, but that didn't stop her from becoming an icon to millions. And Satya found happiness and success by accepting and loving herself. Beethoven, despite losing his hearing, created his brilliant compositions. Cervantes, after losing his hand in battle, wrote the famous novel about Don Quixote. These examples show that true success comes from embracing yourself and leveraging your strengths despite the obstacles. English physicist Stephen Hawking, despite being able to move only his right hand and lacking the ability to speak, achieved what many would consider a monumental success, securing a position at Cambridge University once held by Isaac Newton himself. Are you still unhappy with your nose or the crooked toes on your feet? These minor imperfections shouldn't stop you from embracing life's joys and exploring the world around you. Spend more time outdoors. We have access to incredible riches that can meet all our needs. Indeed, we have everything required: seas, oceans, mountains, plains, and the sky. These natural wonders offer unique experiences that you simply can't find in a city setting. So why limit yourself to just the familiar park next to your home, thinking that's enough to enjoy nature? True fresh air is found where your soul feels truly free. Nature can open up numerous opportunities for personal renewal. Make it a point to break free from the confines of civilization and head to places without cars and hustle. You don't need to spend a fortune to enjoy the fresh greenery, lie on the grass, and gaze at the sky, count the stars, savor the coolness of the sea, or have a barbecue by a lake. These simple pleasures can provide a deep sense of freedom and joy. Look at a world map and don't delay your exploration of new places. Traveling enriches us with new experiences and friendships. There are new countries, encounters, and cultures awaiting you. There's no need to save up for expensive trips. You can travel on a modest budget. All it takes is initiative and making use of the resources available to you. Find someone online who shares your life principles and invite them over, or visit them. This will be a valuable experience that leaves a lasting impact on your life. Many people travel by hitchhiking, and you might consider it as well. With a backpack on your shoulders, embark on an adventure. Cut down on the time spent online and limit your TV watching. Invest this time in personal growth and new interests. Useful information can be found on educational channels, but much of the rest is just clutter. You don't keep trash in your home, so why keep mental trash in your life? Get rid of it, and you'll notice how much clearer and brighter your life becomes. News often highlights negativity, and your life shouldn't be engulfed in gloom. Don't waste your time on TV shows and other people's lives. Focus on your own. Use the internet only when absolutely necessary. While you can find plenty of interesting content online, don't get stuck there. Social media often steals your time and robs you of genuine interactions. Online communication can be deceptive, as people in the virtual world can be very different from their real-life selves. You can be anyone online, but it's not worth your time. It's especially pointless to interact through social media with friends and family who are close by. Real-life interactions, whether it's catching a movie or taking a walk in the park, offer far more joy. Remember, social media is filled with unnecessary information that just clutters your mind. Don't waste your time on useless news and endless photos of so-called friends, because real friends will always make time for you. If you're feeling lazy, should you really consider such people your friends? Speaking of laziness, remember that social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter are major sources of inactivity that tether you to your chair, and often, to your couch. Every day, you immerse yourself in a sea of pointless information, and as a result, you feel this creeping laziness taking over. This lethargy starts to seep into every area of your life. Instead of focusing on productive activities, you waste time scrolling through meaningless posts. But hasn't the time come to become an active participant in your own life? Channel your energy into growth and self-improvement. Write your own script. Spending years mired in other people's lives and social media is simply imprudent. Life is too short not to engage in what brings true pleasure and value. If you lack the willpower to avoid the constant trap of the internet, block those sites. Every day is a precious gift deserving of appreciation. Don't forget to be grateful for each day you live. It's your chance, and it's entirely up to you. Don't squander it. Doing so is disrespectful to yourself. Be thankful for what you have, rather than lamenting what you don't. Everything you need for a fulfilling life is already within your grasp. Even if you don't believe in higher powers, sending gratitude into the universe helps you recognize how rich you already are. Every time you say thank you, you'll experience genuine joy and satisfaction. So, let's sum up. How do you start living a fulfilling life? From what's been discussed, let's identify 10 key rules that will help you get the most out of life. Rule number 1. Love yourself. You are unique. If you haven't realized this yet, now is the time to understand it. Take care of your body and mind, indulge in small pleasures. Life is a stage, and everyone has their role. Play yours, and don't take roles away from others. Understanding and accepting yourself is the foundation for further change. Be honest with yourself and those around you, and life will feel lighter. Don't rush, otherwise you might miss important moments. Rule number 2: dream. Dreams are not an escape from reality, they are a pathway to your own reality. Soar in the clouds, learn this from children, and don't be shy about talking about your dreams. They are as important as you are. Dreams drive us to act and create motivation. Rule number 3: don't be afraid. Fear, although meant to protect us, actually limits us. Leave fear behind and follow your heart. Fear falling, not the fear of falling. Believe in your abilities and you'll be surprised at what you can achieve. Rule number 4: don't regret the past. Self-criticism changes nothing and only drains your time and energy. Accept the past as it is and move on. Rule number 5: don't get upset over failures. Stop crying and envying. Every failure is a lesson that needs to be learned. Find the positives in every situation or create them. Thoughts are powerful, so think positively. Every challenge is an opportunity for growth and self-development. Rule number 6: respect yourself. Learn to say no and don't let others manipulate you. Value your time and don't waste it on things that bring no benefit or satisfaction. You are not here to bend to others' desires. Rule number 7: unleash your talents. Do what brings you joy. If your work or activities disgust you, it's time to find new paths. Discover what truly inspires and fulfills you. By developing your talents, you not only enhance your own life but also benefit those around you. Rule number 8: embrace new experiences. Don't miss out on opportunities and don't push away new people. Life offers us so much, and you need to accept everything it gives. Travel, dance, laugh, socialize, fill your life to the brim. Rule number 9: value your life. Be thankful for everything it brings, even if it's not always pleasant. Focus on the positive and joyful aspects. Live each day as if it were your last. And rule number 10: forget about all these rules. Hit the live button inside yourself and just live fully. I hope you enjoyed this book. Share with friends and family, and of course, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already to catch the latest updates. We wish you all the best and hope our books will improve your life for the better.